Hello, wrestling fans. This is Little Guido, a.k.a. Nunzio, full-blooded Italians, and you're listening to This is Awesome Wrestling Show.
Produced by the Cleveland Sound Radio Network, here is the This is Awesome Wrestling Show, hosted by Glenn Moore and Steve Guy.
Welcome. This is Awesome Wrestling Show here on SealySound.com. I am Glenn Moore, and this week we are going to be talking about the WWE Hall of Fame. Who should be in, who won't ever get in, and who should be out, who should not ever step foot in the Hall of Fame, and who in the Hall of Fame right now should not have been inducted. So we're going to talk about that. Steve Guy is off this week. We're giving him the week off, giving him a break. He's a busy man, so we're bringing in our old buddy from Seafair, Ryan Kelly. If you listen to our wrestling theme show at the first week of January, he was our guest to talk about some of the best and worst entrance music in professional wrestling. He's joining us to talk about the WWE Hall of Fame. And Ryan, it's a pleasure to have you on again. It's always nice to have another wrestling voice a part of the podcast. So greetings.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
I was actually hoping, like, I had this vision that we'd have like, hello ladies, and then like the music would hit, like,
hello ladies.
Hey, there's the guy from Seafair, the music. But
Do you want that to be your bit?
That was a very bad idea.
Do you want that to be your bit from now on? I mean,
just
you
throw that on, like, in the editing process.
Yeah.
Just, right now, there should be.
All right, so
I'm married.
plenty to talk about with this WWE Hall of Fame because we can discuss this for hours and hours and
Oh
hours.
man, it drives me crazy.
Now, we are in a studio. It's negative 9 degrees outside here in Cleveland, Ohio. Snow is on the ground. And to commemorate Lemmy, Ryan is having his microphone like Lemmy, and he's basically having to sit on his seat to talk into the mic. So
yeah, it's fun.
So we're giving you the picture here as we record on a snowy day here in Cleveland, Ohio. It's officially winter. But the road to WrestleMania is very, very shortly going to be around the corner. We're both going to be there in Dallas for WrestleMania.
Can't wait.
The Royal Rumble is this weekend. I'm sure everybody has their predictions. Everybody has their idea of who is going to be in it, who is going to win. And right off the bat, before we get into the WWE Hall of Fame talk, we want to talk about what's going on in WWE right now, and that is the final Raw of this tonight. So
walk-off.
As we're recording this, and this will be released, we do not know what happens on Raw tonight here on January 18th. But we can kind of gauge our predictions off what has happened before. So, Ryan, before I give my prediction, give me your prediction on your final four in the ring for the Royal Rumble.
Oh, well.
And then your winner.
My final four. Well, I believe Reigns is going to be there. It's Reigns and Lesnar are guaranteed to be there, but I don't think either of them are going to win.
Okay.
You could throw in a third person. It could be anybody. It could be a Big Show, somebody that has got a little bit of name to them, but they're obviously not going to win. But I think the game. I think the game is your. I think King H was going to show up and air quotes ruin the party,
okay.
and I think he's going to somehow win, and then. Triple H versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Roman will get his revenge at WrestleMania, and then they'll build up a thing. But yeah, I'm putting my money on the game, as I say it into the Lemmy mic.
All right. My final four, and this is basically off the cuff because I was going to ask you your winner, but that's not fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with my final four: Lesnar, Reigns, Triple H. And the final guy, is this going to be like a throw-in? I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I think he will have some kind of value, and that will be Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Just because of the whole maybe Reigns, friends with Reigns. But you won't see a heel turn or anything, but you'll see maybe some kind of battling between these two. And I think Ambrose gets eliminated. You're down to Lesnar, Reigns, and then Triple H. And I think, I agree with you. I think Triple H becomes WWE champion once again and takes it to WrestleMania. The thing is, though, rumors have it, they are going to build Fastlane, which is going to be here in Cleveland in February, as a must-watch pay-per-view.
Really?
In the past, it was Elimination Chamber, and it was just like, it was too predictable because the card for WrestleMania was already set. It was just a fill-in pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They wanted to be the Fastlane pay-per-view to actually mean something towards WrestleMania.
Sure.
So in that case, I can see Lesnar winning, and then Lesnar fighting someone at maybe Triple H or even Reigns and triple threat kind of match, a gimmick kind of match at Fastlane. But I don't think we're going to know the main event of WrestleMania until after Fastlane.
Well, if the rumors are true, then it's what we think it is. But I'm hoping that there's a curveball, man. I hope that Vincent Kennedy McMahon still got some tricks up his sleeve that we have no idea, and he's just egging everybody on to pull a quick left in the middle of nowhere.
I would say, and there's a lot of talk about AJ Styles and Samoa Joe and New Bullet Club.
Let's do it.
There is a ton of talk about that happening. AJ Styles, basically, throwing it out there, teasing maybe a possible entrance in the Royal Rumble. I don't think it's going to happen at the Rumble. I think it's going to happen either on Raw. More eyes watch Raw than pay-per-views. It would be cool, but, we were talking before. Let's have a little debate here. And obviously let us know, listeners, let us know Twitter, TIAWrestling.com. On Twitter, TIA Wrestling. I don't think, if he came out of Royal Rumble, I would say 80% of people at the venue, even on Raw, but I think more the reaction would be greater via social media and whatnot, but I don't think people know who AJ Styles is.
I disagree, man. I think he's he's been around long enough to where people have heard of him. Maybe they're not familiar with him, but they've definitely heard of him. But what I see the other day is somebody like, when AJ shows up and there's a picture of AJ Lee. Yeah. AJ is going to ruin the Rumble. And it's like, oh, wrong AJ.
Yeah, wrong AJ.
She shows up. That would be even better.
We're going to have Samoa Joe in the ring and then have AJ Lee come out.
Yeah. It's like, what just happened? I wouldn't put it past Vince at all to have a point in the Rumble. Usually that's reserved for when the legend comes out, to have it. Samoa Joe shows up, clears the ring, and then AJ Styles comes out, and it's like the two big TNA guys are in the middle of the WWE ring. Because he's done it before with like WCW, ECW kind of stuff, where he takes those big guys and kind of, I got him now, like kind of thing. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm glad he's here in the WWE, but I hope they use him the proper way. He's without a doubt, in my opinion, the best wrestler living on the planet right now.
I would agree to that.
Him, Cesaro.
Nakamura is pretty darn good,
too.
I would say...
I'm interested to see how Nakamura's style translates into the WWE.
And then no one really knows who he is either.
No. So if he came out, everybody would be like, whoa.
He would. I mean, they're going to pay a lot of money for him, but...
Oh, yeah.
He's about to go to NXT to kind of build his brand with WWE, though.
I think he'll get a main push. I think. I don't know. I'm very I feel like the three other guys that were in that 4-package thing. Like I think that they've already planned out. I think he's like the wild card that nobody knows where he's going to end up. I'm excited for him.
What if Lesnar was eliminated during the Rumble? I would say Taker comes out and eliminates Lesnar.
What about your boy Kane?
No, I would say it's more Taker. Maybe Taker would be a surprise entrant.
Yeah, maybe.
Him coming out, taking out Lesnar. That way you get Lesnar out of there. Maybe you have Taker versus Lesnar at Fastlane. Someone costs Lesnar the match, and then Lesnar can face someone at WrestleMania. Maybe a Kevin Owens.
That's the rumor.
I would love to see Owens versus Lesnar.
I would love that. Kevin Owens talking versus Paul Heyman talking.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me. That's worth its weight in gold right there.
And like usually in years past, we kind of get a gist of what's going to happen for the card for WrestleMania. At least around now, we kind of have an idea of who is going to wrestle who. And then the Rumble is a good time for them to start storylines with people to go into WrestleMania, at least into Fastlane too. So I'm looking forward to that. But Samoa Joe could be coming out. I was even talking about AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Vince always likes to do that, but he also likes to remind these guys that, hey, WWE is king, top dog.
Yeah.
You know, Triple H going over on Sting.
Yep.
Just all past WCW guys. They might make a surprise or make a big deal, but in the long run, Vince is going to let you know that, hey, WWE,
you're mine, but
you're
you
mine.
dodged me, man.
So you could possibly see AJ and Samoa in TNA teaming up in the ring in the Royal Rumble against 2WE, like maybe Lesnar and Triple H.
Yeah.
And then somehow some Joe and Styles gets eliminated that way.
Getting squashed,
That's squashed.
AJ Styles was in WWE very briefly.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot
I don't know
of
if he
people,
left on his own volition, but
well, it was tryout. I think it was tryout matches. You know, she faced Hurricane Helms in the.
do you know my wife who kind of peeks in on? She's she's getting much better. She's now she knows people and everything and every once in a while she'll kind of peek in on Raw and be like, oh, what's going on? Okay. So last week on Raw they had and I have no idea what's going to happen tonight, obviously, but last week on Raw they had that thing in the beginning with Vince and Stephanie in the ring, and then all the people came out and they're like, hey.
Yeah.
And Bray Wyatt kind of was like, not you, Roman, anybody but you. But he kind of he showed up right in the middle of Vince McMahon talking and kind of interrupted him.
Yeah.
And then Vince didn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like a hint, like a tease to something that's coming. And if it is, I'm 100% for it, because Bray Wyatt against Vince McMahon would be completely fresh and would change the entire landscape of what they're trying to do. And I don't know if that was like an accident thing, like where it seemed like he was just coming out to say, not you, Roman.
I think he was coming out just to say it.
I
think you're thinking way too much about this.
I need to.
Yeah.
Because I want Bray Wyatt up. I want him over.
I don't see Bray Wyatt being any more than just a mid-card guy.
Oh, really? No, he's the new. I disagree.
You've been saying that for a year and a half, though.
Yeah, you got Sister Abigail's coming, man. They got one more, at least one more. What's her name? Domino. I can't remember what her name is.
I don't either. But I mean, I don't see him being more. I think it was just the fact of he's a creepy guy. He shows up when he wants, so he showed up during the promo to go with everybody else on stage. Anybody but your Roman, he's been saying that for a year. For then Vince just turned around and said, "Oh, okay, thanks." And then
all right,
continued. All right.
Well, I'm gonna remember this, man, because when he turns and that's what happens, I'll be like, "I told you, Glenn."
I do like that Vince has been on Raw more.
Oh, I love it,
being a part of it.
I'd pay just to watch him walk down the aisle. I think that's the funniest thing in the whole show.
And hey, viewership is up, on a regular basis with Vince on the show.
Man, it just probably feeds him so. He probably just walks backstage, is like, "I told you all so."
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get into the WWE Hall of Fame debate. Let us know who you think should be in the Hall of Fame and who should not be in the Hall of Fame. Tweet at us at TIA Wrestling. That's on Twitter. We also have a brand new website. It is up. It is running. All our shows are going to be up there very shortly. We have all our we have our feed up there as well. Steve's going to be posting some articles. I will be too. So you can find all those shows there previously and also in the future. This is AwesomeWrestlingShow.com is the website. You can follow us on there and be able to follow us on iTunes and Libsyn, Twitter, Facebook. It's all there in one website. This is AwesomeWrestlingShow.com. Thanks for downloading this week's show, but we want to hear from you. Send your questions, comments, or concerns to me, Glenn. The email is glenn@clesound.com. That's glenn@clesound.com. And your question could be read during the show. All right, let's start the debate. We're talking about the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, this is a discussion that a lot of people love to get into. They love to voice their opinion on who should be in, who should not be in, and in the future, who deserves the right to be a WWE Hall of Famer. So Ryan and I have a list of guys in different categories, and ladies too, and stables, and celebrities that should be in, who shouldn't be in. So let's get started. The current state of the WWE Hall of Fame, it's becoming, I don't want to say a joke, but with a lot of guys already in that definitely should be in automatically.
Yep.
And then current wrestlers that we know are going to be in.
Right.
The Rock, Stone Cold. I mean, he's already in. Triple H.
John Cena.
The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Guys like Chris
Jericho.
Guys like that are going to be, as soon as they retire, they're going to be in right away. And Sting going in this year, not a surprise at all either. But there are some people that maybe have had the kind of success in the ring, persona-wise, that are not in the WWE Hall of Fame right now that should be. And we talked about this before the show. We didn't want to talk about it before the show that much to kind of talk about it. But
I'm interested to see how many we have similar.
Yeah. I mean, I have a whole list of guys that should be in at some point or another. Maybe a little more urgency for some guys, but guys that should be in this year. Vader comes to mind.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
Vader is a guy that 400 pounds doing a moonsaults.
Yep.
Has had so much success in Japan, WCW, had a little bit of success in WWE, but only because Shawn Michaels is a dick, and that happened. But Vader should definitely he should be in this year. Other guys that should be in very soon, that not with WWE anymore. Owen Hart.
Yep.
Should be in with that, and that's a touchy subject because the Hart family with Owen's wife. Not just Brett and that part of the family. I think is over what has happened, but I figured his name. What's Linda? I think is not Linda.
His wife's name?
Yeah.
Oh man, of course I can't remember.
But she is the main person that has been against any kind of DVD, any kind of profit off of Owen Hart name after his death with WWE. Martha. That's right. Martha Hart. So. She would probably be the only person that would probably be against Owen Hart being in the Hall of Fame in my eyes, but he definitely deserves recognition.
That's the thing, and you've heard the rumors about how if you're deceased, they only want to have one deceased former wrestler go in a year.
Yeah.
So, because they want people to be able to speak,
right?
And that's a bummer because some of the people that should be in there have deceased or have died, and you want to include them, but you have to wait every year, and then more and more people are going to end up dying, and then you're gonna get caught.
Right.
You should let a couple people in. Owen should definitely be in the Hall of Fame. It was not a doubt. If not so much for even it's just how great of a wrestler he was, he was loved. Everybody loved that guy, man.
Yeah.
There was nothing bad about Owen Hart. He was an amazing heel when he was a heel, and he was a great face. There was nothing bad about Owen Hart, and he should be in there just for the fans' sake, even if he does. The family. I feel like it's time to heal and move on. Maybe I guess. But hey, who am I?
And with Bret Hart, that with WWE, that relationship being patched up. Obviously inducting his own brother would be big.
Absolutely.
With Owen Hart, other guys that. We all know NWO should be inducted as a group of stable.
Yeah.
DX as a group.
I think they will when H goes in.
Yeah.
A little bit a thing.
But and then you can induct New Age Outlaws. And X-Pac can be thrown in there.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So they're going to get their rings, buddy. They're going to get their rings.
Doesn't he? No, he doesn't.
So you have NWO DX. Here are some that right on the cusp of.
You're going single wrestlers? Singles?
Yeah. There's a couple tag teams in there.
I got some tag teams.
I would say, Miss Elizabeth.
Of course.
Should be in.
Follows exactly what I just said about, how she's not in at this point that's mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
She was the first women valet. She made it what it is. She made Divas what it is.
Yeah. She didn't compete.
Nope.
But she didn't speak that much.
Nope.
But she was in part of some memorable storylines.
Yep.
The whole angle with Macho Man and then breaking up, and then you
Mega
have
Powers.
And then you have Macho Man and Lex Luger in the ring, and then they get back together, and people are crying.
Yep.
Girls and guys are crying in the crowd.
Yeah.
Because they're back together, and they get married, and there was this. And then she being the manager for you can say the Mega Powers with Hogan and Macho Man being a part of that. You're right. I don't think there's a diva
She was
today.
the first woman of the NWO too, I think.
Yeah, there is not a diva today that could make a crowd cry like Miss Elizabeth could right now.
Nope.
Not at all. So she definitely deserves to be in, which leads into another debate on a guy that maybe should be in because he had a big effect on wrestling early on, but probably won't because of the death of Miss Elizabeth, and that's Lex Luger.
Yep, Lex. Yeah, well, I don't know. I was never a big Lex Luger fan. So
Me either.
But, I mean, there's no doubting the impact that his name carried, especially jumping from WCW to WWE and then back to WCW, especially the way he went back to WCW.
Yeah.
Like, that's a chapter in the Monday Night Wars right there.
He was part of the NWO Wars,
Yep.
the Wolfpack. He was a part of that.
The narcissist, man.
Yeah. And Lex Luger, the Lex Express, all that early on when wrestling was – before wrestling became the Attitude Era, the new generation,
Yeah.
Luger was a part of that.
That might be another one where, sadly, he might not make it before he goes.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And he's not in good shape right now. Other guys that should be in.
But if you're listening, Lex, man, can't wait to see you at WrestleCon, buddy.
Another guy. Here's a guy that should be in definitely. I don't know why he isn't, but Rick Rude.
Yep, agreed, 100%.
Rick Rude should be in.
The ultimate heel. Ultimate heel.
Just a guy that he had some great feuds with Jake the Snake, Ultimate Warrior,
Yeah.
and then
He would paint the other guy onto his pants,
It
like
was-
to mock him. How brilliant is that?
great ECW. He was ECW, WWF, WCW, and I think he was the only guy to be on Raw and Nitro on the same night.
Yep.
Because he was in DX.
Yep.
And then he was in NWO.
Yep.
The same night.
Yep.
Because WWE used to tape the Raws previous weeks.
Right.
And then he jumped ship to WCW. So he was on the same night. But he had great mic skills.
Yep.
Incredible look.
Hold my robe while I take off my, or no, stop my music while I take off my robe.
Keep the noise down while I take my robe off and show you what a real sexy man is supposed to look like. Hit the music.
And
Oh, man,
probably
he was so good.
The greatest mustache ever.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, mustache tonight. Just for Rick Rude.
Yeah, Rick
But
Rude.
yeah, another one, deceased. Yeah. Like, what? When are you going to put him in? Like, what can you do?
Yeah.
It's
Let's go to your list. And,
Right.
and some guys that we haven't talked about
that should be in.
Should be in.
Number one at the top of my list, and I have two actually that I feel like, come on. One, the Great Muta.
Yes, definitely.
Like what? Like
I don't get
arguably the most recognizable Japanese wrestler of the entire 80s, early 90s. Like classic matches with Sting and Flair, and like how he's not in the Hall of Fame is mind blowing to me. He's still wrestling too, I think.
Yeah, he's still kicking. Yeah.
But yeah, the Great Muta, and that's somebody like. I feel bad because sometimes I'll talk about him and people are like, who? And it's like, how do you not know who the Great Muta is?
Yeah.
Like, it was such spit green mist in your face that so many wrestlers stole that idea from. And it's like, well, but yeah, Great Muta. Sid.
Yeah, Psycho Sid.
I don't understand. Like, that's another one. I don't understand how he's not in the Hall of Fame. There must be some heat there, maybe. I guess
He's returned for all like the, old school Raws and the Raw 1000.
Yeah, he did a couple years ago,
he
didn't
was,
he?
Yeah,
I
he was a
guess
part
so.
of that.
But yeah, like, dude, he headlined 2-3 WrestleManias, at least.
Yeah, I mean,
He was a major player in WCW. One of my most favorite memories of ECW of all time is when Sid came out and fought with the Dudley Boys, and Bubba Ray Dudley called him a very derogatory term.
Yeah.
And he just powerbombed everybody, and he
great.
powerbombed Spike Dudley off the ring into tables. It was so awesome. But yeah, like how I don't know. He wasn't the best wrestler, obviously, but I mean, he was a name, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely should be in.
Just based off of his star power at the time.
Yeah. So yeah, he was on my list too. Sid,
Okay.
being a guy that should be in. Obviously, there's other guys probably both agree on. Kurt Angle should definitely be in.
He will.
Sometime. Paul Heyman
He will.
should be in definitely. I would say Eric Bischoff.
He will. Sure.
So these are guys that should be in, and we both agree on that. Definitely, no question.
I dug deep, man. I dug deep. Like,
I did too.
You're dropping guys that are like, those are obvious.
Okay, I'm just getting through the ones.
Okay.
Listeners are going to be like, why did he mention Eric Bischoff?
Yeah, okay.
We're not going to talk about The Rock for half an hour because we know he's going to be
Yeah.
in. Okay, so let's go into the guys that may be on the line. All right?
Okay.
How about a Goldust?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's probably one of the best workers WWE's ever had. He's been there forever.
Yeah, and for him, to what he's gone through with his addiction, and coming back as Goldust and looking out of shape, and then even his recent run now, still in great shape.
Absolutely.
Still one of the best workers.
Yep.
His time should definitely come. What about a DDP?
I think he will, because more about now than his wrestling career.
Yeah.
Because wrestling career, okay. Like,
but like a guy that started when he was 35 years old in the business.
Yeah.
If you're 35, you're not old in life, but you are really old in
wrestling.
And
Sure,
for
absolutely.
him to accomplish what he did in WCW, to gain the following, still has a great brand. He has DDP Yoga, looking in great shape.
Yeah.
Can still move in the ring even now for some spots. DDP.
I think he will.
Yeah.
And it might even be this year.
I would say maybe okay. I think he'll be in eventually.
His boys are both in, both his resurrections.
Yeah. Other guys that maybe right on the fence. Do you think a British Bulldog,
Yes.
Boy Smith, should be in?
Another one, deceased, should be in.
Yeah.
All right, why don't they just do a Hall of Fame year? Just get all those guys in. All those deceased wrestlers.
Got to spread them out, buddy.
No, why?
Got to spread them out.
Why? Just do a year.
Who's going to show up?
Because people are going to keep dying. Like, it's not going to, next year somebody dies and it's a big name, and you're going to be like, oh, well, I got to induct him, and then you push back Elizabeth, you push back the British Bulldog. Just have a year, have their families come speak for them. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe not.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying. The Fabulous Freebirds.
I think this is their year.
Yeah. It's like a guy that, okay, they're a group that should be in.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you put the Bushwhackers in. Might as well throw the feet. We're going to talk about the Bushwhackers.
Yeah, we're going to get to
definitely we're going to hit on those guys. How about some tag teams or stables? How about the Hart Foundation?
Absolutely.
Definitely. I agree.
I think the Hart Foundation should be in. I think Demolition should be in.
Yeah.
I think in the 80s, those are the two tag teams. Like, that's it.
How about the Rockers?
No.
As a tag team.
I don't think. Maybe. I think maybe for Shawn Michaels' sake, but I think
in a year where the firepower isn't there and they can get Shawn Michaels to be a part of Hall of Fame again, I think they'll throw the Rockers in.
Maybe.
Steiners. How about the Rock and Roll Express?
No, I think they'd have been in by now if they were going to be in.
I'm kind of surprised they're not. They have a strong following.
Yeah.
I know they really didn't have that kind of big kind of push in WWF that maybe they should have gotten, but they're Memphis. They're like gods.
Yeah, I think that'll be like if they ever get inducted, it'll be like one of those like down the line a couple years.
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right, we got to pull an old one out of the hat, and you got the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah. But there are guys. I think Rock and Roll Express should be a team. How about you get these two guys in, and one of these guys, well, he's a good, not buddy of the show, but he's been part of the show for a good year. How about the Steiner brothers?
Yes. Absolutely,
Steiner
they should
line.
be in. They should be in as the Steiner brothers, not singles wrestlers.
Correct. Yeah. Definitely.
Let's give Scott Steiner a call.
You want to call him right now? Let's give him a call. Let's do it. While we're talking about Scott Steiner and talking about him being in the WWE Hall of Fame, let's give good old Scott a call.
There's somebody listening. The guy I do my podcast with was like, "Did you guys really call Scott Steiner?"
Yeah,
I was like, "Yes, they did.
Number.
They did it right in front of me."
This is his actual number, so we're giving Scott a call right now.
It's this segment. Call Scott Steiner. Must be in the weight room.
That must be with all his freaks. All right.
But yes,
definitely Steiner brothers
absolutely
should be in. All right, we agree on a lot. How about some controversial guys? How about Jim Cornette?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. He played a major role.
Major role in wrestling. I know
Absolutely.
lately he's probably not in the good graces of WWE, but when it comes down to it, you know, I think we got to factor in the WWE factor because some of these guys don't actually have a relationship with WWE.
Right.
But Jim Cornette is a guy that is he well liked by WWE now?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think it's very bad blood with
Correct.
WWE.
So will we ever see him in
that
WWE?
probably, maybe not until Vince is gone. Maybe.
Yeah.
You gotta. Vince. I mean, who knows? Vince will probably live to be 142 years old, but
Yeah.
there's going to be a time where he's going to stop. And when Hunter Hearst McMahon takes over,
Yeah.
then
Everything changes.
everything might change. Yeah.
How about Jeff Jarrett? Should he be in? Yes. Will he be in?
Yeah, that's probably another thing that, along with on the same lines of Cornette,
Yeah.
a major role in wrestling, started as 2 different companies.
I will never forget when they had the WCW being bought by WWE.
Yeah.
And then they had Jeff Jarrett on the TV screen, and Vince goes, "What do I do with Jeff Jarrett?" I have an idea. Double G, double O, double N, double E. God. And then he went to TNA, started TNA, started a little before. So I'm sure he's not in the good. Maybe when Vince passes, maybe Jeff will be.
I think that's another one. That'll
Jeff
be the same
will be in.
thing.
How about Earl Hebner?
Jeez, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, this is a guy that's been. He was the
Earl and
quote-unquote-
Dave, they would induct them both.
Earl is the man.
Earl's the man.
Earl has been, main event referee for so many years. Now
Yeah.
he's with TNA. He's in the TNA Hall of Fame, whatever that means.
Yeah, he
now.
should be then.
But Earl should definitely.
Yeah.
Should
What
be
was the
in.
switcheroo match where when you found out
Is that
there was
Hogan? That involved Hogan?
the twins? Oh, it was.
Because Hogan.
Yeah,
was
because
like,
Hogan was like holding him up. Yeah, like ready to punch him. So he was looking at the crowd like, "Who's got him?" Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Earl should definitely.
I went about a Mega Powers match.
Definitely
I
should
think.
be in. How about Big Boss Man?
I have him on my should be.
Yeah, you're right. They should be. Let's do a year where they induct everybody who's dead. Boss
yeah,
Man's another.
Boss
yeah.
Man. Bam Bam.
No.
Oh man, Bam Bam was a main eventer for a little bit.
I feel like we're
Bam
giving,
Bam, Bam, King Kong Bundy. They're all main eventers for a little bit.
Okay, I feel like we're giving the list like too many thumbs up. Like we're giving because we love them. There has to be some kind of like
I know.
like
Well,
iffy.
Bam
Bam
this
Bam
is
is
for us.
like big Boss Man's like right in the middle.
Yeah, same with Bam Bam though.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Bam Bam is a very recognizable wrestler. Like a lot of people that don't even know wrestling, like have seen him at the flames on his head, and like, oh yeah, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah. How about Lou Thez?
He's not in.
He's not in. Lou Thez press? He definitely should be in. One of these oldie guys.
I feel that might be another one where it's like if he's not in at this point. Didn't he train?
He
Triple
trained a
H?
bunch of guys.
Yeah, he trained Triple H. Who trained Triple H?
I think Harley raced it.
I think it was Lou Thez.
Let's find out right now.
That might be another one where it waits till Triple H, McMahon, Helmsley takes over.
Yeah. That would be dumb. I mean, I feel like a lot of these guys that Vince will just say no.
It's all Vince, absolutely. Like Kamala, come on,
Triple H was trained by Killer Kowalski.
Kowalski. Thank
Yes.
you. That's what I was thinking, not Lou
Yeah.
Thez. But yeah, Lou Thez, another one, probably.
Yeah. How about
You don't think Kamala? Should Kamala be in there?
no?
Like Kamala was, across the world was well known.
The guy
Now
can't-
he's broken, has no legs.
Yeah. He can't even walk to the mic. Sorry. I'm sorry. Kamala.
Diabetes.
Sorry. How about Sable?
I think. Oh, that might be the diva this year. She's not in,
No.
and Brock hasn't choked somebody out because she's not in yet.
I don't think Brock cares that much.
Oh, Brock loves his wife very, very
Well,
much.
I know he loves her, but
Loves her so much that she doesn't leave the compound.
yeah. But should she be in
yeah,
the Hall of Fame?
yeah. She's the reason why there's divas.
Yeah. She keeps Brock.
Stupid term.
Yeah. She keeps Brock relaxed too. So it's good for WWE.
I guess so.
Yeah, I think Sable should definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
be in as.
But I don't think.
a
I
diva.
think what is it? I heard that is it Jacqueline that might go in this year for the diva.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Or Ivory,
Jackie.
one of those two.
Oh no. Oh
Jackie?
no, definitely not. I hope not.
And Sonny's selling a ring.
Oh,
Did you see that?
We're talking about Sonny. We'll talk
Okay.
about her. How about a final one before we get into people? Before you wrap it up with your list,
I've got
of
a couple
people?
more.
Okay. How about Chris Benoit?
No.
Should he be in?
No.
Okay.
No. You know what?
He should be in.
No, don't care.
No.
No.
You don't think he should be in?
I don't think he
This
should
is
be
good
even
debate.
talked about.
Okay.
He's the biggest pile of garbage.
I understand why he shouldn't be in. I understand why WWE doesn't talk about him, or he's not promoted on the network and blurred out here and there and whatnot. But
That'll never happen.
as a wrestler, he should be in. But they will never, ever put him in the Hall of Fame.
No.
It would never happen.
No way.
But he is one of the best wrestlers.
He
out
was.
there. You're really upset about this.
I hate him. I'm a father, man. Now that I have
get
kids,
ya.
like to think about even thinking of doing something like that to my own kid is it doesn't register in my brain.
I know.
Like, how could you? Anyways,
You don't think there's a conspiracy theory that maybe someone else murdered him? And
really? Is there? Miss Elizabeth did it. Lex Luger. Come on. Sorry, Lex. Once again, I'm sorry, man.
It's sad because he should be recognized for his wrestling ability, and he was one of the best.
Yeah.
But being a human being is more than just
Yeah,
being
I could
a
give it.
wrestler.
He could burn in hell for all I care.
But okay,
I've got
to Chris Benoit.
I've got three really quick ones
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
want to drop on you. Brian Pillman and the Deceased Wing.
I think he should be in the Hart Foundation, as in the group, not
Okay.
as solo.
Dean Malenko.
Isn't he in as a Four Horsemen? Or
No, I think the Four Horsemen are
Was
Ole, Tully Blanchard, Ric Flair.
okay?
But Dean Malenko, I mean, Jesus, those Dean Malenko Eddie Guerrero matches in ECW are like
Dean Malenko
it's like watching art.
is one of the best, all
And I think
time,
he still works at the WWE.
Yeah, he's
so
still backstage. Yeah, I see him backstage. He's always back there. He's one of the agents.
I think he should be in for sure.
Okay.
Haku.
Yeah.
He had always had a huge role in everything that they were doing.
Yeah.
As Meng, as King Haku.
Yeah, I can see that, but
I think with that Rock, did you see the Rock gave him
Yeah,
a truck or whatever? I think his time's coming.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
that might
it's
be
time.
like a gimme, like I owe you one kind of thing.
I'll,
Hey, I'll come to WrestleMania. You put Haku in the Hall of Fame.
yeah.
Deal. You got
There
it.
you go. Okay, I can see that. Any others?
Sabu, when it's time.
Yeah.
Sabu, Shane Douglas, Taz, like those guys.
Yeah.
That might be a little. Yeah, that might be the thumbs down.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And then one more, just one more for you. IRS. Mike Rotunda.
It's good. That could be. Yeah, I can.
Hell of a wrestler is
yeah.
Mike Rotunda. Hell of a
Yeah.
wrestler is IRS. Terrible gimmick.
Yeah.
But he did it well.
Yes.
And he's got, two boys that are
Yeah.
keeping it going. And he's part of. I mean, the Wyndhams are in.
Yeah.
The Mulligans are in.
Considering, and we're going to talk about this to wrap the, for our third portion of the show, people that are in that should not be in,
Yeah.
and the guys that are in right now, you can make a strong case for IRS, definitely.
That's what I'm saying. That's just the lineage alone. And he was he was a great performer.
All right, let us know who you think should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. We listed a ton of people. Let us know on Twitter at TIA Wrestling, or also if you're listening on our website, thisisawesomeWrestlingShow.com, you can comment in the comment section below in the post and let us know. We might mention it on the air. So we're gonna have to show up, and we're gonna go over guys that are in the Hall of Fame, people that are in the Hall of Fame that should not be in the Hall of Fame.
This is the bee's knees, the cat's pajamas, and the whole shebang, not to mention the King of Cleveland, and of course, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, and you're listening to the This Is Awesome Wrestling Show.
All right, let's go over people that should not be in the Hall of Fame that are currently taking residence in the WWE Hall of Fame. All right.
Guarantee there's 3 automatic that
Okay.
you could say that are on both
Okay,
of
your
our
first
lists.
automatic that should not be in the Hall of Fame.
The Bushwhackers.
Yes, definitely. I have no clue why. They were just a gimmick kind of team. They were like a comedy team. I don't get it.
It's got to be like it's something political. It has to be.
Yeah.
And it's got to be maybe like a
PR.
something in the face of
Something
somebody else.
PR.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Vince could probably, hey, Demolition. See, this could have been you kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Who knows?
They definitely should not be in.
No. Although they did give the best speech last year.
The Hall of Fame should be for people that have excelled, and we don't need titles to prove that you should be in the Hall of Fame.
Sure.
But you should have the it factor.
Yep.
Be in major storylines.
Yep.
Be kind of a face of the company. They carry the torch at your time that you're in. The Bushwhackers are a head scratcher because they are none of those.
Yep.
Which is
They're just kids loved it. That was probably it. That might be another thing. Why they might be like a gearing towards kid kind of thing.
but with them being in, and guys like Lex Luger and Miss Elizabeth and Owen Hart are not in it as of right now.
Yeah.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely agree. All right, how about we got Bushwhackers? We both agree. How about I'll go? I'll say Rikishi.
Yep, that was number 2. It's number 2 on my
should
list.
not be in.
It's got to be political, man. It's got to be.
And look. Rikishi, when he was dancing, it was a cool gimmick. It was all right. Is a Hall of Fame worthy? Absolutely not.
No.
He's related to The Rock. He has his sons, the Usos, in WWE. I get it. There is a Samoan blood runs wild in WWE.
Yep.
And Cinca and all, Reigns is a part. I get it. Okay, I get it. Samoans, but for him to be inducted. And the reason why we know Rikishi is being some goof off dancing with Too Cool, and to not have Too Cool there dancing with Rikishi at the Hall of Fame is ridiculous.
It had to be. It's got to be some kind of favor.
It is ridiculous. And I know Rikishi was in the WWE, previously before his Rikishi gimmick. Being in the WWE in the early 90s.
He's a head shrinkers.
Yeah, as Fatu, head shrinker Fatu,
Yeah.
Junior Fatu. He was known as Kishi. He was also the Sultan. Remember that?
Yep,
He was the
Sultan.
But has his career been a WWE Hall of Fame worthy?
No.
Absolutely not.
Name, man. The Anoa'i family, man.
I think
That's
it was
all
because of the Samoan bloodlines, but also he was raised in San Francisco. It was Hall of Fame was in San Francisco.
Yep.
Reigns was main eventing WrestleMania.
Yep.
It was just the perfect storm to put him in.
Yep.
And he wasn't. But should he be? Should he be in?
Good for him.
I don't think so.
Good for you,
Good
Rikishi.
for Rikishi. All right. How about you go with your number 3?
Birdman.
Coco Beware. I think the Bird is more famous than Coco
Frankie.
Beware.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. When I was a kid, I loved Coco Beware. Like, he was my favorite wrestler because I think it was just because of the bird and the bright colors, and he was very aerial. But man, he was a jobber.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
I don't get it. Like I said, the Bird. If it wasn't for the Bird, I don't think Coco Beware would be in the Hall of Fame.
That's what makes me feel like things like Rikishi and Coco Beware and Bushwhackers are put in there for like the kid aspect of wrestling.
Yeah.
Like if there's a Hall of Fame and and your kids, it's like, oh yeah, I remember those because they were a lot of fun when I was a kid. But then most of the people that think like that end up being fans and then end up respecting more of the actual wrestling aspect of it. So who knows? But God love you, Coco Beware. But I'll shake your hand at WrestleCon. I would love to. I'd love to meet you, but you're overextended.
Yeah, Coco Beware, class of 2009. And
who inducted him too? Like,
was the Honky Tonk Man, and
yeah,
he's not in
he's
either.
not in the Hall of Fame.
Honky Tonk Man should be in the Hall of Fame.
He's another one that's on the fence.
Yeah, he's middle. But it's if other people like we've mentioned before that are not in, and Coco Beware is in, something is wrong. And
but I think him and Vince are like boys, like good friends.
Yeah.
So I think that had another thing. It's political, man. It's a lot of it's
the Bird.
political.
They should induct the Bird in the Hall of Fame. Okay, and there are some others that should not be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's.
I have like 12 more.
You've hit my list besides the actual celebrities.
Okay,
so
we
lay it
can
on me.
discuss this. How about I don't think Yokozuna should be in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Okay, he was.
And I said no like a question.
Unique size. His reign as champ lasted 4 seconds with Hogan and the Bret Hart thing.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania.
He was champ more than once.
I think it was one more time, but like he just didn't leave an impact to where he should be in the Hall of Fame. Just as a Hall of Famer, right? He's having a Hall of Fame career.
He's got he headlined a couple of WrestleManias like Sid, kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
but the difference between Yokozuna and Sid is Yokozuna is part of the NOI family.
Okay,
and there you go.
There you go. Well, now we know why. But class of 2012, Yokozuna.
Heaven forbid somebody like Samoa Joe shows up and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm Samoan," even though he's not Samoan.
Yeah.
But like, hey, I'm Samoan, but you're not in the NOI family,
Yeah.
so you're not in. Sorry, it's like you're in the NOI family, you're good.
Yeah.
But anybody else Samoan, forget it. Don't even bother.
I think, and also some of the other giants in WWF and the success they've had compared to Yokozuna, Yokozuna doesn't compare.
Yeah.
So I would say,
okay,
if I had a list of guys to get rid, it would be Yokozuna.
Yeah.
How about Tony Atlas?
I think that was a pity.
Yeah.
I think everybody would know that.
Yeah. Class of 2006, he was a one-time WWE Tag Team Champion with Rocky Johnson.
Yep.
Another WWE Hall of Fame that probably should not be in the Hall of Fame
Yep.
too.
Yep.
He did, father the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, The Rock.
Yep.
And hey,
yeah,
you can throw The Rock. Yeah, you made The Rock. You can be in the Hall of Fame. How about that?
Oh, man.
You're, but he did have a run as ECW as a manager. Tony Atlas did, and he was on the Legends House. But is he Hall of Fame worthy? I do not think so.
Wasn't he only like he wasn't in the Hall of Fame? And he was complaining about that he wasn't in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think it was.
Deserved to be.
It was a pity thing, I think.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
How about Abdullah the Butcher?
Yeah, I think he deserved.
He was
to
like
be.
a hardcore guy,
but he was like.
Did he have any time in WWF? I don't think so.
Maybe brief. I think Abdullah the Butcher, though, was such a strange individual during a time where it was so straight-laced that I think that it was, like, innovative would be at the time. That was why they brought him in. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was more of a he's like more of an attraction than like a mainstay.
Well, yeah,
but but
scared
like,
the hell out of people back.
But is
in
that
the day.
Hall of Fame worthy?
Yeah,
Come on, I don't think so.
maybe.
I don't think so.
I feel like I can't give it a proper answer because I don't know enough about him. I wasn't around to watch those. I mean, I can go back and watch it and find it if I really wanted to, but I don't care enough to do that. But if I was around those days like Vince McMahon was and those guys, and they probably know a lot better than I would if he deserved it or not. So it's tough for me to even comment on it, but I don't care.
How about Nikolai Volkov?
Yes.
You think he should be in?
Absolutely.
He was
That's because of his personal reasons, because he was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
He was terrible wrestler.
But should he be in the Hall of Fame?
Nicest guy in the world, though. I've met him at Riot Fest a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Had a conversation with him, about 20-minute conversation.
But should he be in the Hall of Fame?
I don't.
He was a tag team champ with the Sheik. He won at the first WrestleMania.
Yeah.
His resume isn't kind of like as distinguished as other guys, but hey.
But he was an iconic figure in the early '80s as a bad guy. He was a heel.
Yeah.
And then he turned.
But is he Hall of Fame worthy?
But yeah, probably not.
He's one of those iffy guys.
Yeah.
How about Cowboy Bob Orton?
That's political. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
He didn't even wrestle in the first WrestleMania.
I think it was 2005. He was inducted by his son Randy.
Yep.
That's when
weird.
Randy was taken off. Then more political with that. I think didn't Cowboy Bob Orton that he got involved with like Randy and Taker's matches one year, and he escorted Randy to the ring. So,
but nothing like so memorable to where you're like, well, okay.
Yeah. Rocky Johnson, we talked about that a little bit. Other iffy guy.
Yeah, like all these guys' dads.
Yeah. How about Big John Studd?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
You think so? 100%.
Yep.
So this is the first one that you're adamant about him being
absolutely.
in.
Big John
100%.
Studd. Before WrestleManias and stuff was like him and Andre the Giant, man. It was just those. They were the biggest two dudes in the world, and he beat everyone. He was the first. He won the first. What did he win the first? Royal Rumble? No, that's the tax.
No, he the Body Slam Challenge
Yeah, he won the
match
buy
in his
set. He won the
first
money.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He was also an opponent for Hulk Hogan early and decided to run in '86. But Studd, I mean,
He won the first Battle Royal? Was it a Battle Royal that he won?
he fought as a face after a 2-year retirement. And his feud with Andre was awful, though. So, I mean,
Well,
he passed away
in
95.
WWF and
Yeah.
but early before WrestleMania days, those two went at it all the time.
In '95, he passed away. So.
Yep.
Big John Studd. That's the first one you've said, definitely.
Yeah,
yes.
he was. Yeah.
How
absolutely.
about this is my last
liver
wrestler.
cancer he died of?
Yeah.
Jeez.
This is the last one wrestler. I have another one that should be in celebrity. Well, celebrity wing is a whole different discussion. But how about Hacksaw Jim Duggan? Should he be in, or should he not? I mean, he is in, but should he be? 2011 catchphrase.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it was a gimmick. It was an
Yeah.
American gimmick.
USA. Seems like a stretch to put him in the Hall of Fame.
He is, yeah. First Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah, he was.
That gives to something, I guess.
You know, feuded with Sheik and Volkov. You know, feuded with some top guys.
Yeah. I don't know. By the way, I'm sorry, I was looking up the John Studd.
Yeah.
He won it was a 30-man battle royal at WrestleMania 2.
Okay.
He won that.
Okay.
But no, Hacksaw did Doug. He can kick him out. I don't care.
Yeah. So Hacksaw is one of those iffy guys too. All right, celebrity wing. We talked about celebrities, you know, and it's their own little club. A celebrity is inducted every single year, and one guy that should not be in more than the others, I think, is Drew Carey.
Yeah, agreed.
I know we're based here in Cleveland. We love our Cleveland people. We rep them till we die.
Sure.
But him being in the WWE Hall of Fame because he made one appearance in the Royal Rumble, and that was it,
Yep.
is not worthy of a Hall of Fame induction.
No, I don't. I mean, personally, beyond Mr. T, I don't think there should be anybody celebrities in there.
Like Mike Tyson should be in there.
Maybe Mike Tyson.
Pete Rose,
No.
definitely not. You had William Perry, the refrigerator
No.
Perry, should not be in there. Bob Uecker, I think, is...
Wasn't the refrigerator just in that battle royal?
Yeah,
That's it.
That was WrestleMania 2. That's it, yeah. And he was elected by John Cena. How about Bob Uecker? He guest ring announced, interviewed at WrestleMania 3 and 4.
Yeah, because actually, you know what? He is hilarious in WrestleMania 3 and 4.
Yeah. But
So maybe
as a celebrity, I don't have a problem with Bob Uecker.
Yeah,
Drew Carey, definitely not.
No,
Mike Tyson, I'll give a thumbs up. Donald Trump,
no,
absolutely not. Mr. T,
yes.
and Arnold,
He's
he's iffy.
a stretch.
They'll
put Lemmy in this year probably.
Yeah. Now, one guy that should be in the Celebrity Hall of Fame in my eyes.
Yeah.
And this goes back way. He was not involved with WWF, but he was involved with wrestling. And since we're inducting Sting, who had a minor WWE run, is known for WCW, and we have other guys that didn't make a WWF run. But I think one guy at Celebrity Wing, he has passed away, but Andy Kaufman.
Sure.
Him and
Absolutely.
Him and Lawler had some great that whole match.
See, man, there has to be 1 year where it's just deceased. Deserved.
But I feel like celebrities now, they're going to have to want people that are alive, so they get that celebrity TMZ.
Andy Kaufman's still alive. He's still there.
Chilled with Tupac.
Dude, you know what'll happen is that Lawler will start to induct him, and he'll come out and start talking shit.
Oh, God.
I knew it was you, Lawler, the whole time.
His neck brace still
Yeah.
on. But yeah, him and Lawler have had one of the top Letterman moments. It brought wrestling to it bridged celebrity with wrestling.
Absolutely.
Even before Vince, thought of it.
Yeah.
It bridged that gap together. It brought attention to Lawler and to Memphis wrestling and that area, and people were interested in what Kaufman was doing.
Yeah,
there was
absolutely.
movies made about it, documentaries made about it. It was a big deal. So if they would, definitely be able to induct someone that has passed away, I think Andy Kaufman should
I agree.
definitely be a part of that. How about people that probably shouldn't be in it, and we're going ladies-wise, is Sunny.
Okay.
Now, Sunny was...
obviously, Sonny doesn't want to be in it anymore.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be in it. If you're able to take away someone's WWE Hall of Fame title, I think she would probably be her and the
Well, she's selling her ring.
Yeah, Jimmy Snuka probably his title should be
Well,
taken
Hogan's
away.
gone.
Hogan's, yeah, he should definitely be in.
Yeah.
I
think Hogan just, I
But
agree.
if you take away, Sonny and Snuka because of what they've done after,
Yeah.
it's
whatever.
yeah. And
She's gonna, did you see the offer that she got?
what, $3,000?
No, 10 grand.
$10,000?
She got a,
She'll
or
take
no.
that. She'll take that.
She got a 10, I think it was 10 grand or 100 grand. It was a 100 grand offer to buy the ring from the guy that owns Vivid Entertainment.
Yeah.
But she has to star in a movie.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I bet you she does it.
Would you watch
I bet you money she does it. Which, let's segue into that.
Yeah.
What about China, huh?
China. We didn't talk about her. Should she be? Will she be in?
She should be.
These are one of the. She should be, yes. But these are one of the things that we talked about guys that should be in after Vince passes away. She's gonna have to wait till
after H.
Triple H passes away.
See, I know
Even that.
it's got to be H that's keeping her out.
Yeah.
It has to be, or
Yeah.
Stephanie for that matter.
Yeah.
But that'll end. She'll go in eventually.
Yeah.
She was she changed the entire
Something
game.
will happen. They
Yeah.
patch it up, and she'll go in.
She'll get her shit together eventually one day. But
So we discussed a lot of people.
yeah,
People that are in, people that are out. Here's the ultimate question. The final question.
shoot.
Well, do you have any other people you want to discuss?
No, just people that will get in. Like Christian will get in for sure.
Yeah, I think so
I think
too.
Goldberg.
Yeah, he should be in.
I
think we'll have one more match,
JBL, Kane, Mark Henry.
Yeah, we're reaching now by Mark Henry. I mean, he's been a guy in the business.
Regal.
He should be.
But like Orton, Heyman, those guys
will
will get in.
those guys definitely should be
Like
in.
that's pretty much all I've got.
I think they're able to have a strong class for the next 10 years.
Yeah, I mean they're headliners alone.
Yeah, headliners should be
Yeah.
yes, should be worth going.
Sure.
How about here's a question for you.
Lay it on.
Final question. Will Vince McMahon go in before his demise or after his demise?
Oh well.
Should he go in?
He's going to induct himself into the Hall of Fame.
He won't induct himself.
I think it'll be the year he retires. He's going to retire. I think. What is he now? 71.
He won't retire.
Oh yeah, he will.
No, he won't. He will have to be on his deathbed for him to retire.
You think so?
Yes, and he's not be on his deathbed for a long time.
I feel like he would
He's not gonna
retire
retire.
and then induct himself.
He has done this is his baby.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to breathe a breath and not be able in charge?
Yeah,
of
you're
this thing?
probably right.
He will have to be in a coma for him to relinquish any kind
he's
of
still
control.
everything still goes through him
Yes,
regardless.
he is the man.
Well then, yes.
I think
he want to induct himself before he goes in.
Who will induct Vince McMahon?
Oh, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Stephanie won't be Shane.
Do you think Shane should be in the Hall of Fame?
No, I think Shane will come back.
Yeah, I think he should be.
I
in the
think
Hall
if
of Fame.
this once this on-demand thing in Japan takes off that he's doing,
Yeah.
I think he'll because he's just got named to like the vice president or
yeah.
whatever. I think he'll come back eventually.
I would love to see Shane come back.
Yeah,
But I think Stephanie and Shane, they both induct their father.
yeah.
I think Shane has to be a part of it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Only reason why Stephanie is in charge is because Shane isn't there.
Right.
If Shane was still there, I think Shane would be what Stephanie is now.
Well, maybe.
I mean, I know
Stephanie was doing work for him.
yeah, but
more than Shane was.
Shane has a bigger reaction, and Shane is more, I think, of a,
Well, probably because of the work he did in the ring.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Yeah. I think they induct Vince before he passes away. He won't like it, but I think they want to honor him before he dies.
Oh yeah. Well, he'll want to honor himself. Who are you kidding?
Because if he does pass away, like
I think this is the year
no,
where I think I should go in the Hall of Fame.
I'd love to get that email.
Yeah, seriously.
Subject: Hall of Fame.
Me.
Me in the Hall of Fame.
He walks up to the mic. You're all fired.
If he does,
How dare you induct me before I die? I'm Vince McMahon.
if he passes away unexpectedly, he's not in the Hall of Fame, and they're going to induct him the year after he passes away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's for sure. But he is going to live to be like 113 years old.
But if he does pass away before and do induct him, I mean, even when he does pass away,
Every McMahon will get inducted.
Yes.
Linda will get inducted.
Probably, yeah. But I'm saying Vince, even when he passes away, and
They'll induct him again.
I'm talking about Hall of Fame, but it's like any kind of video package just gonna fucking bring on tears.
Oh yeah.
And then when Vince being inducted,
Yeah.
and then he will be the headliner for that year.
Oh sure.
If he's not there, it's gonna be like it's gonna get.
Oh, it'll
fuzzy.
be weird, man.
It's gonna get fuzzy in there.
He's 70-something years old.
But he's such a great. I mean, anybody can go in.
He's got a good, at least 15-20 left in him because he's a monster. But
He's genetic.
he is going to go eventually, and this is going to have to keep moving without him. It'll be definitely a weird situation when he's not there.
Yeah.
He's not a part of it.
Yeah, and even but I definitely think they induct him before. How about a wild card? We didn't mention this before. Jim Johnston, the creator of all these themes, he should get the Warrior Award.
Well, if they used the Warrior Award for
what it was supposed to be,
what Warrior's wife asked for it, then he should
definitely should be inducted sometime for all the themes he created, all the music.
Yeah, and then he should
created.
retire, and I should take the job.
There you go.
Anybody in WWE listening to this right now?
I think CFO is going to be taking the.
CFO schmo, whatever.
They need
Well,
some
then,
good
hey,
themes.
they need a drummer. They can never have enough people writing songs for people.
It's true. All right, Ryan, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me
To
again.
do this podcast again. We're going to
Anytime.
have topics in the future. Just any week could be a different topic. This topic, obviously, WWE Hall of Fame. But it was a pleasure talking wrestling with you. You're always welcome to come on this show. I'm sure we're going to have you in the near future come back on and talk some wrestling with us. So thanks for filling in for Steve. I think you did a great job.
Yeah, I hope I did. I hope I did you well here, Steve. I'm sorry you weren't here. I wish you were here talking to us, but I thanks for having me back.
Yeah.
It's a good time, and
Where they can find you, where they can get your info and everything.
You could tweet at me at rkelly216. Band Seafair. We're playing Bright Winter, Bright Winter concert downtown, February 20th. From the last show, I got a couple of new followers, and I was like,
There you go.
I have to tweet it. I have to tweet now more, because I don't really tweet, but I need to start tweeting because I can't stand Facebook anymore, except for our Wrestling Snobs group. Which, hey, Steve, I added to you.
Steve, he's in. I saw that. Yeah.
But tweet at me if you think I sound like a piece of garbage. You should never come back on the show then. And then we have I have my own podcast called Good Enough for a Horse, which you can find at the same thing until we get picked up by CLE Sound, and then you'll be able to find us here. This is a pitch.
All right. You can find a new website.
Cut a promo. Can I cut a promo with CLE Sound right now?
There, I got the video camera ready. There you go. This is AwesomeWrestlingShow.com is the website. Just up. It's updated. You guys can head there for all information for the show. You can get some of our past shows on there highlighted. Also, you can comment on the shows there if you don't want to tweet at us. You can leave a comment for all our posts, and we'll be posting a lot more in there. Not just shows, but opinion pieces, news, rumors, everything for wrestling will be at thisisawesomeWrestlingShow.com. TIA Wrestling on Twitter. Follow us on there. We really appreciate everybody listening, giving us the downloads, the likes, subscribing to our channel. We really appreciate it, and don't be afraid to interact with us on social media. Next week, we have a special guest in studio. I'll let you guys know on Twitter later in the week.
Oh, damn it. Got me all excited there for a second. I'm like, what? Who is it?
Steve will not be here, but I will have a special co-host on the show. I'll let you guys know on Twitter later on, or I might just let you guys know next week.
Steve's at the Rumble, right?
Show. Yeah, Steve will be there, yeah.
Lucky guy.
So we'll talk to you guys next week. This is Awesome Wrestling Show, CLESound.com.